Welcome to my favourite sketch, a chatting show about sketches, but also playing in sketches that are liked and chosen by a guest. We all know which sketches turn up again and again in the nation's favourite 50 sketches kind of clip shows. But I started wondering, which sketches would my comedy heroes choose? I am very, very fortunate that my guest tonight is one half of one of the best double acts of all time, fact. It is the amazing, the marvellous Bob Mortimer.
Hello, everyone. Oh, I can't reach the floor.
I know. I've got heels, so I can.
Yeah, no, serious pose.
Do you want a cushion behind your back so
Would that
you
make
feel
me taller in an
Well, you could
instant?
sit on the cushion.
No, I don't
No,
fancy
you have
that.
to. Behind
Maybe,
your back?
No, if I'm a bit diagonal, check it out. You're comfortable now, and I'm more comfortable.
Now you look like you're in the movies.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
So you've spent most of your career working with Vic Reeves,
Yep.
OK, Jim Moyle. You get on incredibly well,
Well,
don't you?
it's one of those really creepy relationships, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
where we don't argue,
Yeah.
which almost seems a bit unhealthy, really. We see each other every day, and I always look forward to seeing him.
Oh.
So after 30 years, so yeah.
When you first saw Jim,
Yeah.
it was in a pub, is that right?
It was in a room above a pub.
Room above a pub.
Yeah. There's something you see very often now, but Jim was genuinely, I'm going back 30 years, the first person to do it. You know those masks people have with famous
Yes.
faces on?
Yeah.
It was Brian Ferry he had. But when you've never seen that before, it's quite extraordinary, looking
Yeah.
face on. And he had planks, not nailed to his feet, but nailed to his shoes.
Yeah.
And he was doing a tap dancing routine. And I called Tappy Lappy, and I thought it was hilarious. I'd never seen anything like it.
No,
It was joyous.
so how did you chat him up?
There was only 6 or 7 people watching this show.
Were you the only one laughing?
So, no, it was just his friends, really, but I was there because of a friend of a friend. So when he'd finished, he sat down with his table of friends, and I didn't realise this was the process. They would agree what they would contribute the following week. But from those 6 people, 6 or 7 round a table in a room above a pub, we were commissioned to go on telly just 12 weeks later.
So what criteria did you use to decide on your favourite sketches? You said that the minute you chose them, you wanted to choose a different turn.
So I just desperately tried to not look at stuff and say, what were those sketches that I've laughed at and I remember now 40 years on? And I think the first few that I've selected are ones that I didn't go and have to search for. They're really important sketches to me.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they're great, but they're really important sketches
to
for
you.
me, yeah.
So let's start with your first choice. You've chosen the Beatles of sketch comedy, Monty Python. No surprise there.
Yeah.
Oh, they were very big in your world, were they?
They were massive for my generation, you know, and there was I don't think there was even VCR videos then, so you had to watch it, get it remembered, maybe even write it down so that you could repeat it in school the next day, you know, and be the person.
Was that you? Were you the person in your class who knew it?
Yes, I was one of those people, yeah. I love the way that things in culture, like comedy, can even, when you're very young, can get like-minded people together.
I'm interested in a sketch that you've chosen.
Yeah.
Because it isn't one that I remembered. I don't think it's one of their best-known ones.
Yeah, I get the feeling you didn't laugh either.
I didn't
Sally,
laugh at
you
it
seem
either.
quite angry about this sketch.
I'm not angry. No, like, comedy that I don't laugh at doesn't make me angry, but I'm sort of interested.
Yeah, I chose this one because when I saw it, but I still stuck with it because I don't know why it's funny.
OK.
But I remember when I saw it, I
just
laughed
saw-
and I thought, someone's made comedy for me.
So this is really interesting. I can't wait for you all to see it. So homosexuality is legalised 2 years before this sketch is made. So it comes out, it's on TV in 1969, year of the moonwalk.
Right.
Let's have a look at it.
Inspector? I'm terribly sorry, but I was sitting on a park bench over there, took my coat off for a minute, and then I found my wallet had been stolen and £15 taken from me.
Well, did you see anyone take it? Anyone hanging around? Or...
No, there was no one there at all. It's trouble.
Well, there's not very much we can do about that, sir.
Do you want to come back to my place?
Yeah, all right.
I don't know. I've remembered it all my life. If anyone
Yeah.
ever says to me on these last 30 years, what's
Yeah.
your favourite sketch? I say, Michael Palin won't come back to my place, you know.
It's a pull back and reveal sketch, isn't it?
Yeah,
Kind of.
I suppose, yeah.
I guess it was probably quite new then, but not so new now. That's probably another reason I'm not laughing.
Yeah. No, but that's interesting. It's kind of, it feels like me, it's the first of those
It's the
sketches.
first of those sketches,
It's the first of, like, the big train style sketches, isn't it?
Yeah, that's interesting. Big Train was a sketch show with Simon Pegg and Catherine Tate, Julia
Catherine Tate,
Davis, directed by Chris Morris.
I Catherine's in the same agency, management design, and I'd never heard of Catherine. I'm going back a long time, and there was a door in the corridor that said the Catherine Tate Show, and thinking that I was like a hoot, I knocked on the door and went in, and there was just Catherine sat there writing, and I said, "Is this the Catherine Tate Show?"
Yes.
And she said yes, and I said, "It's not very good, is it?" She didn't laugh. Not bumped into her since, so...
Your next selection is from A Bit of Fry and Laurie, and that's starring, obviously, Abbott and Costello. No, Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie.
Hugh Laurie, yeah.
They started about the same time as you.
About the same time, yeah. This one I chose because there's two spectacular performers, and I worked with Hugh on a series once, and it was the first time I felt I've been in the presence of, like, someone proper, someone really funny.
So very technically skilled.
Well, who am I to say, but we did a show called Randall and Hopkirk, which was proper for BBC Saturday nights.
And Hugh was in that.
And Hugh was in that, playing the Doctor. It was, when he first did his first little bit, he thought, whoa, shit. I don't know, it just came into my mind, like, live it, you know, for my generation, there should be a bit of Fry and Laurie in it.
It's interesting because there's this sort of technical rhythm, isn't there, you know, of comedy timing. And it's interesting how different generations play with that, whether you... Because if you're constantly seeking to surprise the audience, whether you play along with it or you don't play along with it. So all the Armando stuff, you tend not to play along with it so it doesn't sound like comedy. But you need to be able to do both. And they are still very much playing... I mean, you just play jazz, you and Vic, but they are very much playing a recognisable comedy rhythm.
Yeah, and it's great, and they up it slightly as well with the violence and so on.
And it's interesting that you've once again chosen a police theme.
Yes, haven't I?
You have.
The only thing that the only thing that I would have changed of it, would really upset me if it was my show, is that his cricket bat is clearly a bendy foam one. And that would have really upset me.
Well, because you'd like to use an actual cricket bat.
But no, I'd like to make it appear as if. Yeah.
Because Hugh Laurie was a brilliant rower. His dad was an Olympic rower, and he rowed for Cambridge or Oxford, wherever he went. And he's very coordinated, and you can see that he's in full control of his body. And whereas Stephen Fry, it appears to me, isn't, although he's standing quite still, still manages to look quite mal-coordinated. And he was famous for never being able to convincingly fake hit someone. And apparently in recording this, I don't know if this is the take that we see, but in recording this, Hugh Laurie got quite badly hurt. So it may appear to be a foam cricket bat, but I was thinking it wasn't one because I knew he'd got hurt. So let's have a look at it. So that's it for part one. Do join us after the break for more of Bob's comedy selections. Welcome back to my favourite sketch with Bob Mortimer. And later, have we got a treat for you? Bob and I have reenacted one of Bob's favourite sketches because we didn't want to just discuss it. We wanted to really explore the sketches from the inside and find out how they worked. How do you think that went, Bob?
I can't wait to see it.
It's interesting. We were saying one of the criteria, perhaps, for an all-time great sketch would be that it could only ever be performed by the people who've performed it. And so if we've managed to pull it off, perhaps this sketch shouldn't be in your top 10, but I think the original is safe.
The original is very safe, It's very safe.
Your next selection, which features Harry Enfield and Paul Whitehouse.
Right.
Smashy and Nicey.
Smashy and Nicey.
Why did you choose that?
Well, I thought it was important to choose something from the Fast Show because when I was asked to do
That's
this...
not the Fast Show. That would be Harry and Chums.
Oh, is it Harry and Chums?
Yeah, well, because Harry Enfield wasn't in the Fast Show, was he?
Sorry, of course it
Yeah.
was. I thought it was important to choose something from...
Harry Enfield.
Harry and Enfield and Paul Whitehouse.
Yeah.
I just think of them together, you know. I love the way that they exaggerate their characters to just the right level. We went to Canada to perform in the Just for Laughs festival over there.
Montreal, yeah.
Montreal, and they took Smashy and Nicey over, and we did a sketch where I had a 40-foot beige carpet that was my lucky charm. And there were they went down, it's quite a big audience as well. They went down so badly, but particularly Paul and Harry had a hard time because, of course, it was actually a bit near the bone. I don't know what you say. It wasn't satire anymore. It was just
How people are.
just American DJs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're doing this for charity, and so they didn't see any joke there.
Yeah.
With ours, they just thought
You're mad.
spoke quickly and thought it's shit. But we came off. When we came off, though, I remember there was Eddie Izzard waiting and Jack D. Honestly, so you couldn't have bombed more than we bombed. Never before, never since have I seen Jack D and Eddie Izzard with bigger smiles on their faces because they knew they weren't coming bottom that night. There was no way.
I imagine when you and Jim bomb, you really bomb.
It doesn't register with Jim whatsoever.
Because it's performance art. He just flips into performance art mode,
I think so.
guess.
He says it's great because if they don't like it, that's great. So once we were doing a club in Twickenham, and it was like a rugby crowd. Just before we went on, it sounds silly, but we thought it'd be hilarious if he had a pot of yoghurt, but he wouldn't give me any. Right. So we went, yes, we'll go with that. So we went on there, and he started eating the yoghurt. I said, give some for your yoghurt, man, or whatever. No, wait, give some for your yoghurt, man. And they are hating us. F off, get off. And so I say quite up to Jim, we should leave. He says, no, do you not want any yoghurt? He said, what, you don't want any yoghurt? I said, Jim, can we just get off? And, oh, man, we climbed up the toilet window afterwards, and we did. But Harry, what can I say, Sally? Harry's the best. Paul's the best. They're joint winners in my lifetime. So I had to, and I remember this one very fondly. The two of them together are great.
Let's watch it.
What did you get up to last night, mate? Anything exciting?
Well, I'll tell you, I had a nice quiet night in for a change.
Oh, you can't beat a nice quiet night in for a change, can you, mate?
You can't.
Put your feet up with a young friend, get a video out of the latest film release. I know, buy some popcorn, maybe a few beers, get a takeaway pizza.
Or a Chinese.
Indeed, or perhaps a nice curry. Yup, you can't beat a nice quiet night in for a change.
You certainly can't.
Unless, of course, you go for a great night out.
You can't beat a great night out, can you?
You can't, mate. Go to the flicks with a young friend, see one of the latest film releases, buy some popcorn.
Have a few beers after, maybe go for a pizza.
Or a Chinese.
Or a nice curry. Yup, you can't beat a great night out.
You can't beat a great night out, mate. Unless, of course, you have a nice, quiet night in for a change.
You can't beat a nice, quiet night in for a change, and as a matter of fact, I stayed in last night.
Did you, mate?
I did. So there's two completely different ways to enjoy yourself there, a night in or a night out. And we've got full details of that in our brand new Radio Fab FM fact sheet entitled How to Enjoy Yourself.
I was filming with Harry, and I was in my quarters or whatever. And for whatever reason, I do apologise, but for whatever reason, I had to have a number 2 into a Starbucks cup. It happened. But just outside my Winnebago, there was a lovely U head shaped, and it was about that high.
Yeah.
So I took it out of the cup and put it on top of the hedge. And then when Harry came along, I said, Jesus, Harry, you should have seen the size of the dog. And I only remember it because Harry was... Then it must be a huge, that's unless because it was untainted, I just poured it. What an awful thing to do.
So let's talk about another one of your choices. It features the late, great Tommy Cooper.
Yeah, well, I kind of feel like I don't have to say anything because he didn't have to say anything. I was young enough to go and see him in clubs in Stockton and Middlesbrough when they were on the sort of nightclub circuit. And the first time I saw him, an entire audience in hysterics, and we hadn't even seen him. But he messed about with the curtain and he walked out through the curtain and just looked for us, which again felt like 10 minutes. And every single person was beside themselves. And just think of the work and the effort and the skill that's gone into reaching that point that you just walk out and it's the funniest thing anyone's ever seen. I mean, he's extraordinary. And I really miss people like him, Sally. You know, like, I really miss the fact that he's 100% clown. He's a fool. He's an idiot. And I sense with a lot of the modern comics that there's a little side of them wants to walk off stage with people saying he was funny, but he's really intelligent, isn't he? I mean, I think he cared to make sure, because one thing you do say about Tommy is he's a really great magician.
Yeah, he used to occasionally make the tricks work just to surprise people.
So I think that there's a little bit there. So I think maybe he did want people to go off saying he's a really good magician, actually.
Yeah.
But I just love that attitude. Please, I'm just here for you to laugh at. As far as I can, don't think he's ever been replaced.
No.
I don't think so.
Anyway, let's have a look.
Yeah.
Spoon, Jar Jar, spoon! Spoon, Jar Jar! What about that smoking, Joey? Spoon, Jar Jar, spoon, spoon, Jar Jar. Spoon, Jar, spoon, Jar Jar, spoon, spoon. Stop! Well, pull it, pull it.
I think everyone else has been replaced, but we haven't got another Tommy yet.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of part 2. Please join us after the break for more of Bob's Comedy Selections. Welcome back to my favourite sketch with Bob Mortimer. So your next sketch features the legend that is Spike Milligan.
Yeah.
When did you first come across Spike Milligan?
The first time I came across him was with his book, Adolf Hitler and My Part
in His Downfall.
Yeah. It's a superb book. It's like you remember so few things like books from your youth. But boy, I remember that. It's a funny, funny book. Then you see his stuff on the television, and I've never seen anything like it. And I don't know that we ever will see anything like it. I think he influenced myself and Vic a lot. There's parts of Vic Reeves' Big Night Out that, to be honest, are just nicked.
Tributes?
No, tributes. Yeah, they're tributes. But people who know Spike Milligan, you know, there's just absolute joy in his eyes.
There is.
You know, it's something that you sometimes would see with Dudley Moore and Peter Cook.
Yes.
But nothing like with Spike Milligan, the pure joy in doing what he's doing. And when he hit, because he missed quite a lot as well, but when he hit, you'll see the sketch. I think it's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it before, and it would go straight in my top 10 as well, I think.
Yeah.
And when you go on YouTube looking for Spike Milligan sketches, it's quite hard. You did well to find one that didn't have a woman in a basque.
Yeah. It's so interesting, isn't it? Because
or very racist depictions of Arabs.
Yeah.
But you don't remember him like that at all, do you? I mean, partly because of the times, but partly because he just seems, as you say, so joyful. They say truly funny people, you can just watch them read out a telephone directory.
It is interesting what you said, because he's clearly an element of the genius about him.
Yeah.
We're not actually willing to forget him and consign him to the dustbin,
Yeah.
where we are with an awful lot of comics that are tarred with this non-PC. So, like, it's like, no, thank you. Don't even want to remember them. But Spike's too good for that. Yeah, I think.
Let's have a look at it.
In a little town where I fellow, he's the the leader of the village choir, and his voice is warm and mellow. He drives a fruit cart around the street, and everybody knows it. He doesn't sing or rave about his fruit, he simply blows it. It's better than any song. Though it isn't very pretty, you've got to admit it's cute. So all together, let it go. It certainly comes to stay. Hear him say, hey, fruits in season plenty there is, apples, plums, and the old raspberries. Best good day.
That's just an excerpt. The original is 7 minutes long, and it bears watching.
Yeah.
And I think you can really. I love his enjoyment, his respectful attention to the music that he's playing.
Kind of, it's a funny face joke, but it's so much more somehow. You know, there's a real craft there. I wish I could have seen him working. It would be amazing to see.
Okay, so your next sketch. This is the multi-talented Peter Serafinowicz. Why did you choose this?
I think I chose it because it's... What do you call it technically, Sally? It's like it's one of the basics of comedy is where you don't expect what's about to happen.
Surprise.
Surprise. Yeah, and I think
it's a technical term. It's something we use in comedy.
And I think this has got the best surprise I ever saw.
Peter came to London as a teenager. I think he did incredible impressions of the Beatles.
Right.
He's from Liverpool.
Yeah.
And just expanded them. And by the age of about 22, was already a millionaire from voiceovers.
Really?
And
Behind me.
But only started doing comedy in Vision quite a lot later. And this is from his sketch show. He's got a very unusual mind and is unbelievably talented. So let's have a look at him here.
Hand me the nut.
What nut?
The nut for the will.
I don't have it.
Why don't you have it?
Well, I ate it.
What do you mean you ate it?
Well, I like nuts.
I like nuts. Take off your hat. You're a nut.
What'd you fucking do that for?
Oh, what did you say?
I said, what'd you fucking do that for? I couldn't help it. I was fucking hungry.
Oh, how dare you use such foul language?
Who the fuck's this?
Good day, officer.
Okay, you bozos. What's going on?
There's no problem here, sir.
That's right, sir. And anyway, he fucking started it.
Will you stop saying that point?
Well, maybe I would fucking stop saying it if you'd stop fucking hitting me, you fat fuck.
What did you say? Pardon, my friend. He's suffering from concussion.
Okay, listen up, you pair of chumps. I'm gonna let you off with a warning. But if I hear you using curse words again, you're going to the big house. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, officer. I certainly fucking do.
Okay, you two potty mouths are under arrest.
Well, that's another fine fucking mess you've gotten us into.
It's like it's a very, you know, that lovely moment when, if you're writing and someone had that realisation that if one of them suddenly said the F word, how funny that would be, you know? And it's beautifully observed as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, brilliant.
You know, the first time I saw it, I was entirely suckered in that this was just a beautiful little Laurel and Hardy impression, yeah. That was the point of it.
Yeah.
And then bang.
So let's move on to another one of your favourite sketches. It's from Mitchell and Webb.
And it's an unusual one for me, really, because this one is the only one where I think it's funny because it's true. And I kind of instinctively, I don't usually go for that.
Yeah.
But I really like David.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry that that's not a great reason.
No, I think that's a good reason. I think so much of why you laugh is because you like people.
It's true, innit? I really like him.
If Donald Trump stood up and made the best joke ever, I wouldn't be laughing.
Yeah. No, it's so true, yeah.
You have to... It's all about how you feel about the person, isn't it?
Yeah, and it is. But I really love football, and I go on about football too much. I spend too much time watching football, and it's kind of aimed at me.
You've chosen the one that is like, you know, the Harry Hill beds joke.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Yeah, well, Harry Hill had a bit in his stand-up where he used to go, I went past his shop and it said, beds. He used to keep going with the beds, like, for several minutes. And it would be funny, and then it would be awful, and then you'd want to kill yourself, and then it'd be hilarious again, going all the way around.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's
and
have a
this
look
one,
at
you're going to experience that now, I'm afraid.
Tomorrow night on Sky Sports 4, it's the clash of the South Coast as the irresistible force of Portsmouth meet the immovable object of Southampton in a clash that's going to go down in history as one of the many football matches that are happening this weekend. Meanwhile, there are old scores to be settled at the Dell. Scores like 1-0 and 2-2 that have happened in previous years. Who will win this time between Sunderland and Blackburn? Then on Sunday, live, the battle for the North West as Shrewsbury meet Macclesfield in a match already being described as on this Sunday. Coming up midweek, the Giants of Charlton play host to the Titans of Ipswich, making them both seem normal-sized. Then Tottenham play Bolton for the second time this season to see who'll win that. Also, Manchester United return to Aston Villa for a game of football to determine the victors for this year at least, and indeed at most. Looking ahead to March, every football team will be playing football several times and in various combinations. You can catch all of that football here, where we'll be showing all the football all the time. Catch all of the constantly happening football here. It's all here and it's all football always. It is impossible to keep track of all the football, but your best chance is here. Thousands and thousands of hours of football, each more climactic than the last. Constant, dizzying, 24-hour, year-long, endless football. Every kick of it massively mattering to someone, presumably. Watch it all here, all the time, forever. It will never stop. The football is officially going on forever. It will never be finally decided who has won the football. There is still everything to play for and forever to play it in. So that's the football coming up. Watch it. Watch the football. Watch it. Watch it. It's going to move. Watch the football. It's football.
It's like, it's funny because it's true, and it's got the beds thing as well. Yeah. It gets funnier, and you know, and funny enough, watching it, there's a phrase in there where he says, he points out, which I'd never thought of because football never ends.
Yes,
and I know it's obvious. Yes, it will never end, and it's like, but I don't know. I apologise ahead of saying this. When I had my heart bypass, the day afterwards, my lungs deflated, and it was late at night, and Middlesbrough were playing the football against Man United in a football quarter-final that went to penalties, and Grant Ledbetter, a Middlesbrough player, stepped up to take the penalty that would win the football. I absolutely thought I was dying, because I'm on, it's not heroin, is it? Was it opium? What do they...
Morphine.
Morphine.
Yeah.
Morphine. And watching, and we beat Man United, and that was the moment, because I knew I was in big trouble.
Yeah.
And that was the moment, that was the last thing I saw, was us winning in the football. And that was my last memory. And I look back as perhaps, so really football does end. And then I did actually, quite genuinely, I did do that thing where I went up a tunnel.
Did you?
It was yew hedges.
Wow.
Beautiful circle of yew hedging. Went to the top and it was absolutely fabulous up there.
Right.
And then the next thing I remember was about 36 hours later, just waking up and my family were there.
Was there a big human shit in the head?
Just glanced the other way. What the fuck was that?
So that's enough for this part. Please join us after the break for our reenactment of one of Bob's favourite sketches. Welcome back to my favourite sketch with Bob Mortimer. You have been doing comedy for 29 years today. Did you want to be a comedian? You were a solicitor, weren't you?
No, I was a solicitor, yeah. Really bad one.
Yeah. You told me that you decided to stop when you got mugged by someone you'd defended in court or something, is that right?
Yes, that did happen to me, yeah. I won't say his name. Yeah. In Peckham I was, and I was going into a nightclubby thing, and there was a knife at my face. And then he looked up, caught my eyes, and he said, "Oh, hello, Mr. Mortimer." Oh, hello, Tony. And thinking, you know, sorry, I've given his name away. No, only half of it. He wasn't Tony. It's just his first name. Yeah.
Now, before we move on to the reenactment sketch, which I'm desperate to see, we have your favourite sketch.
Right.
Which features your favourite of all time actor.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
It features a dog.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for including this.
Yes.
Because this is what I like these days. I like watching YouTube videos of funny animals. It's just the way you get. If anyone's my age, you know, forget the smart arseness, the clever stuff and that. You just like to watch daft animals. Yeah. So this is where I'm at. My journey's come from Spike Milligan to dogs and cats. Do you know, it's lovely to think that there is a little egg, maybe shiny, that actually has got these, like, the essence of what's funny. Because I think these two animals actually have that.
Well, let's have a look at them.
Food. You know, I just couldn't stop thinking about it. Yeah. So, So, you know, I went to the fridge and I opened up the meat drawer. You know what the meat drawer is, right?
Yeah. What's in there?
Well, I'll tell you what was in there. You know that bacon that's like maple? It's got maple flavor.
The maple kind, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah?
I took that out and I thought,
yeah,
I know who would like that. Me. So I ate it.
Oh! Kick me.
Nope. Not kidding. You know, I also noticed there was some beef in there. Yeah, you know, steak, you know, juicy. Well, I ate that too. But I went back to the fridge just a few minutes ago, and I put something together really special. You're gonna love this one. I took some chicken. I put some cheese on it, and I covered it with...
Covered it with what?
I covered it with cat treats. Then guess what?
What?
I gave it to the cat.
So there you go.
Well, you know, you're not alone there. That video has been watched over 190 million times.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
And isn't it weird? And so I saw it the first time a couple of weeks ago, but the world has been watching.
Yeah, no, each of my kids has made me watch that a couple of times.
Right. But he did, you know, to give him credit, I think the voice really works.
Yeah, Andrew Grantham, he's, I think, Canadian. Why do you think this works?
I think it's something to do with him taking the care with the voices.
Yeah.
And the conversation feels quite real, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It actually does feel like that really happened.
Yeah. You sent us another one. You sent us many, but here's another one you like.
Another YouTube animal.
Another YouTube animal.
Oh, excellent. So, do you know what have we discovered through all that? There it is. Put a voice on the dog or some sticks. You know, like in life, you do those cycles. This is, you know, what I would have loved. I would have loved that as a 5-year-old. And then
but
you go
by
on a
the age
journey
of
and
10, you're wanting gay sketches from Monty Python. So it was a small window that you liked animals.
And then you come back to it.
Yeah.
You know.
So, are you ready to watch our tribute?
I don't think either of us will ever be ready, because I said, do you know, I sent Sally, I don't watch stuff I've done. It's torture.
I don't either.
But it's a great sketch.
It's a great sketch, so do go and look at the original, which definitely works. It's the Country Matters, one of the Country Matters, the Bob Fleming sketch. Remember Coughing Bob Fleming? And these characters, I think, unlike Smashy and Nicey, I think these characters are born of love. I think Charlie and Paul felt warmly towards that original series, Country Living.
Yeah, no, it's very interesting. I suspect that this came from a love of Jack Hargraves and
Yes.
his nature programmes.
I found it really difficult to be Charlie Higson.
Yeah.
Because it became apparent to me very quickly that he's just incredibly kind. And this incredible kindness, trying to emanate this kindness, I found practically impossible.
Of course, Charlie and Paul wrote it.
Yeah.
And I felt the weight of the writing being very specifically for that person.
Yes.
You know, there was a part written for, like, that physical Paul Whitehouse and for Paul Whitehouse, the way he does things. And that ain't me.
Shall we see if it even resembles?
Oh, you got to watch this,
It's one, yeah, should we watch it? I
should.
hate playing men. That is the other thing. I absolutely hate playing men because when I first started, they knew they had to. It got to the 80s and 90s. They knew they had to have a woman in the show, but they didn't know how to write for women. So generally, I would be playing blokes.
Right.
And so I still have a residual pain.
Yeah.
Being a man, but let's.
Here we go.
See it?
Hello there, Bob Fleming here. Excuse me. Now, we've got a special treat for you on the show today. I'd like to introduce to you my old friend, Clive Tucker. Now, Clive has brought in today some lovely old carpenter's tools for us to have a look at.
Yeah, and I must say, it's lovely to see you again, Bob.
Arse! It's very nice to have you on the show, Clive. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about this particular tool here?
Right, well, this is an old plane.
Arse!
It's from Tiverton in Devon, and it's about 150
Arse!
years old.
Yeah, that really is work of art there, isn't it? You just see the superb craftsmanship on that. It's wonderful. Really very... Arse!
It's a wonderful piece, and I've brought along this hand drill here, as you can see.
Arse! Arse! Thank you, Clive. Sorry, I had a bit of a tickle in my throat. Arse! All right. Now, let's have a look at... Arse! 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 Oh, mate, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to stop it there. I seem to have a slight cough. Arse! Such a bloody shame. That was going so well and all. I don't think we can do it better than that again. Arse! How about if you can cut out some of my coughs? The rest of it was pretty much perfect, wasn't it? Arse!
Oh, well.
Well,
We tried, Sally, didn't we?
we had a go.
It's going to make Charlie and Paul feel great.
It's going to make them feel absolutely fantastic.
But there it is, yeah. So I'll stick to watching cats in cereal boxes.
I think what's interesting is that, because I think of you and Paul as quite similar in a way, having similar energy, but he's got much sharper edges than you do.
Yeah.
Actually. And obviously Charlie Higson is different in practically every respect to me.
Yeah, and of course, the overriding thing is that they're better than us. That's the other thing. But there you go, but it's fun to give it a go.
It's fun to have a go, yeah. OK, and on that hilarious moment, that's all from us for this week. Thank you so much to my guest, the wonderful Bob Mortimer.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Clive.
Thank you for coming. That was my favourite sketch.
The rest of it was pretty much perfect, wasn't it?
Arse!
I killed a squirrel with one of these once. Buffalo. I prefer to drown him normally.
Was it fertile?
Is the squirrel fertile?
Arse! Arse!
Arse! Thank you.
Potato.